Good day folks, in today's video we're going to be taking a look at a new power bank grip from Ulanzi. This is the second power bank grip that they've released and it's got a lot of improvements and upgrades over the original. So let's just jump right in and take a closer look. If you're a regular to my channel, you might recall me reviewing this power bank grip back in the early summer, I believe. This is by Ulanzi as well, and you can see here they have released a newer model with a lot of significant upgrades. So let's just open it up here and we'll take a look at what's new. You can see here in the underneath of the package we have a little bit of a user guide, information about the power bank grip. We have a short USB-C cable, has USB-A at one end and USB Type-C at the other. And then here we have the power bank grip. So you can see here, we'll just compare the two side by side. This one here is obviously quite a bit shorter and it's a little bit thicker. And I do like that a lot better. It feels like a nicer grip and it's not too cumbersome. This one here as a hand grip is a little bit long, especially if you're using it with something like a GoPro and you just want something that's compact and pocketable. A couple other key differences here. The original model had a 5200 milliamp battery inside. The newer model has a 6800 milliamp battery, so that's quite an improvement. One thing that a lot of people are going to like is that it is rechargeable with USB-C. On the original model, you had to remove this door to be able to get at the charging port, and you can see there to recharge it, it's micro USB. Many people are trying to get away from micro USB. It's just extra cabling you have to carry around with you in your pack. Also, this door here was kind of in the way. You know, when you had your camera plugged into it, it was just always hanging off to the side there, and it just kind of looks sloppy. The door didn't really serve any purpose because it's not a waterproof unit. Even if this door was on, there's no really rubber seals around it to keep water out of the ports. Personally, I'm glad they've done away with that on the new model. The new model just looks a little bit more streamlined and a little bit more professional. They both feature a quarter 20 at the top for mounting various cameras. And again, they both have a quarter 20 at the bottom for attaching to things like tripods and extension poles. Let's take a look at the new model here. If you're going to be using this with something like a GoPro, you're going to have to purchase one of those finger mounts that go on the top. It doesn't include it in the package. Now, many of us already have them kicking around, so if you do, then you can just go ahead and attach that to the top. So I've got one here. I'm just going to screw it onto the top. So now it's just as simple as attaching your GoPro or whatever camera you're going to be mounting on it. The nice thing about these power bank handles is that if you're filming with your GoPro handheld, you're going to need some kind of grip anyways. With the power bank handle, you do have the added bonus then of plugging your GoPro directly into it and topping off the battery. Unfortunately, with the GoPro Hero 8 setup, you do have to remove this door. That makes your USB-C port accessible. Now, Ulanzi has developed a replacement door that actually has a USB-C cutout. With it, you can mount it on the camera and still plug in your USB-C cable without having all your ports exposed. I do have one coming. It's not here yet, but as soon as it arrives, I will be featuring it in a video as well. So just for demonstration purposes here, we're going to plug the USB-A into the handle there, and then the USB-C into the GoPro. And you can see the red lights on, so that means it's charging. If you're new to GoPros, you can actually use your GoPro while it's being charged. So having it in a configuration like this allows you to use your GoPro for long periods of time without having to swap the batteries out. The handy thing about this handle is that it is a 6800 milliamp power bank. So that's actually a pretty good size for a portable power bank. So having a power bank handle like this is very efficient when it comes to packing. Whether you're going to use it that day as a handle or not, you still have a power bank that you can charge up any device with. You can plug your smartphone in there, your GoPro, your Osmo Action, and charge them up when you're on the go. And that's why for me, when I'm packing for a day trip or an overnight trip, I always pack a power bank handle because then I have it if I need it as a handle, but then I also have just a power bank when I need it. Now, if you want to use it in conjunction with something like your Osmo Pocket, you do have to have some kind of mount for it. You can get different types of mounts for your Osmo Pocket. Some have GoPro mounts on them and others have quarter 20s. Again, we'll take the provided cable and then we'll plug it into the bottom. You'll see here in a minute, it's going to start to charge. And there you go, you can see by the flashing light that it's charging. If we go ahead and power it on, you can see by that lightning bolt in the battery indicator, it's charging. So again, with the Osmo Pocket, you can use it while it's being charged. Now, the only downfall I do find with this handle is that there's no way to check the available battery power in it. On their older model here, you can see there's a little button there. And when you pressed it, some LEDs illuminated to let you know how much battery power was left in it. Unfortunately, there's no way to do that on the newer model. Now, there are two LED status lights on the device. For example, here is the USB-C port. When it's being charged, that little LED light underneath it, if you can see it there, will illuminate blue, and when it's fully charged, it will go out. On the discharge port, the USB-A port, that's where we plug our devices into, again, there's a little tiny LED right below it. When the battery power gets low, it will turn red, solid red. So the addition of a button and some small LEDs would have been really nice to let us know if it's fully charged, a quarter charged, half charged. That would have been a nice addition. So yeah, folks, that is the Ulanzi updated power bank grip. I'm going to be adding this to my camera kit, replacing the one I did have in there. I like that it's 6800 milliamps. It's a good practical size to bring along with you. It's not too big and bulky and not too heavy like some power banks can be. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and found it had value. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.